Today is Tuesday, and that means it's time for Coffee and Crochet with Sarah. And I'm really excited about today's video. I say that every week, I know, but I really am today because it's Christmas in July. I love Christmas. I love all the holiday season, all the way from like Halloween all the way through New Year's. I love that whole time of year. Fall is my second favorite. Of course, you all know spring is my favorite time of year. And so today, Christmas in July on Coffee and Crochet with Sarah. And just I want to thank you all for being here today. I've got a lot to do today again. I know. I always fill our time together with just so much things, but I can't help it. I love crochet. I love everything about yarn and coffee. All right, so let's get started. Let's begin with our clink in. And I've got my coffee mug today, my big one. Isn't that awesome? It looks like a knit sweater. Don't ask me where I got it. I don't remember. I think it was a gift. It was filled with cocoa and some marshmallows. And one thing that I do with those little cocoa packets is I don't really make cocoa. I mix it in with my coffee, and it comes out coffee, chocolate, coffee, or chocolate coffee. So let's clinkety clink, 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 and say Merry Christmas in July. All righty. Now, what we're going to do first is I'm going to do our shout out, and then we're going to do a little crochet together. We're going to make some Christmas ornaments that look like candy canes. Really super easy, easy to adjust the size and the details. Okay, we're going to make that. And then I'm going to tell you what's been happening for Christmas in July, as well as what patterns we did last week and what we'll be doing this week. And it's going to be fun. I've had so much fun already, and this is only Tuesday of our Christmas in July. I actually kind of started it on Sunday with just, some pictures and things. And I've been posting lots of Christmas patterns and videos to the Posh Pooch Designs page. Now, if you really want to know what videos I've been doing, like even in the past years, for Christmas or Christmas in July, you can always go to that playlist that's Christmas crochet patterns or crochet videos on YouTube and click that playlist, and it'll show you all of the Christmas stuff, Christmas and holiday stuff that we've been doing through the years for Christmas in July or Christmas. All righty. Or as I like to say, anywho. All right, so our shout out goes to someone. I don't really know her personally, but I have been in crochet groups with her. She's been crocheting for a little while now. She has a great YouTube channel. She goes by Rachel. We'll try this again. Her name is Rachel Counts, and her YouTube channel is called Desert Blossom Crafts, and she's already got a Christmas in July thing going. So go, I already posted her link to the Posh Pooch Designs page, and of course when it gets over to YouTube, I will post that under the YouTube channel as well. So head on over there and check out her page. Let me see, this isn't advancing. There we go. There's everybody. It used to just automatically advance the comments. It doesn't do that anymore. And so I did it myself. Okay. No big deal. So I thought, am I in here all by myself? And then I saw all your names come up and I was like, yay. I love Christmas in July and I love crochet, but it's a whole lot more fun when I know y'all are watching. Okay. So that's Rachel Counts, Desert Blossom Crafts. She has a wonderful YouTube channel. She has wonderful patterns. She's just a really, really nice, she's just a girl to me because she's a young lady, because like I'm, almost 60, so we don't want to talk about that. Okay, now, are you ready to do our crochet together? Okay, let me tell you what you need. Let's click over there, and then I'll tell you what we need, okay? So let's remove the sign here because we're done with that. I just put that there while it's trying to upload so people don't worry about, oh no, where's Sarah? All right, so here's a couple of them that I made. And you can see they're super simple and super fun. All right, so you need any kind of medium weight number 4 yarn in white, in red, unless you want to make your candy canes different colors, because if you go in the stores around Christmas time, they're in lots of different colors because they're in lots of different flavors. And you can change that if you want to. Then you need a string that's about 12 inches long. I chose to use this sparkle green ribbon. All right, and then you need some embellishments. I put a snowflake on this one, and I put a green button on that one. It kind of looks like a pillow. It's super cute. Okay, so I've got some other options. Here's one that looks like an ornament. Here's one that looks like a package, you know, a round button, maybe a puppy or a cat. I'm way too high up there, aren't I? Let's pull these down. There we go. We'll look at this again. Ornament, package, and buttons. And there's a puppy. Now you can embellish it however you want. It would be fun to put like a kitty or a paw print if you're going to put this on a package. Now I like to make these and hang them on a package, as well as hang them on my tree, use them for decorations, and also use up my leftover scraps. Okay. All right, we're going to stitch with our H hook, which is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a needle to weave in your ends and to sew on your buttons, and your scissors. Now, I prefer using the buttons that have the little loop on the back. But you can use any button that you want. And another thing, this one here isn't a button at all. It's just a little package. And so since these are going to be in the house, you might want to use some fabric glue. And you can glue that on with this. This is what I always use. No Sew fabric glue, and the fabric glue works perfect on yarn. Okay, another suggestion is if you're not going to take these outside, they're not going to get hot and cold, then you can use just a dab of hot glue as well. Just remember, if you put it on a decoration outside, that glue's going to get hard and cracky and might make the button come off. And it's the same thing if it's out in the heat, like it sits out in the heat. You're making them this summer, maybe you're taking them somewhere and they're left in your car and it's 110 degrees, that hot glue is going to turn into a goo. So keep that in mind when you're choosing what types of glues you want to use. I just really prefer the button that has, like I said, that little loop on the back so I can just sew it on. But I like these too, and so I might use both. All right, so let's get started. I'll move these out of the way. We'll leave that one there for later. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 strands of yarn. All right, and you're going to hold those, excuse me. All right, now you're going to hold those together, and we're going to stitch with them together. So I'm going to make my slip knot. And yes, we're using an H hook. And you don't normally use an H hook when you're using 2 together, but I want them to be nice and compact so it looks like that candy cane, the colors are sort of swirling through. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to hold those together and we're going to chain 18. Well, I guess I have scratchy throat today. We're going to chain 18 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Whoops, gotta make sure you get both loops. Let's see, that was 17 and 18. Now, if you want your candy cane to be longer, you can chain more chains. If you want it to be shorter, like maybe some minis, you can chain less chains. The beginning would be the same, how we're going to make that curl. It's going to curl up here, and it would be the same whether you shortened it or made it longer, okay? All right, so we have our 18 chains. We're going to begin by stitching 1 single crochet in the 2nd chain from the hook. So we'll go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through both loops. And then we'll stitch 2 more just like that. Now what we're going to do in the next 2 chains is stitch 2 single crochets. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and that's going to cause it, get back in there, that's going to cause it to form that curl at the top of your candy cane. Now if you decided to make it longer, you may want to do more than 3 at the beginning. You just have to kind of play with it if you're making your candy canes longer. All right, and now all you're going to do is continue down the chain and stitch 1 single crochet in each of those chains, making sure that you're stitching with 2 strands of yarn. All right, almost down. And you'll see my candy cane here is curling up just a little bit. Don't panic, okay? All right, so I've single crocheted all the way down. And I'm going to cut my yarn. All right, tie that off. And this is how it looks. Now, it curls up a little bit. Don't worry about it. What you can do is set it out, dampen it up with a little bit of water, and let it dry, and it will turn nice and flat like these 2 have. All right? All right, so don't panic. The reason it curls up like that is we're using 2 strands of yarn. We're stitching very tightly, and so it's just the natural way it does it. And so what I do is I'll do about 10 or 12 of them. Then I'll lay them across a towel, and I might pin them in place with some pins. You can use your blocking board, and then I'll spritz them with water and let them dry. And then I'll come back and embellish them. All right, so the next thing we need to do once they're ready is go ahead and weave in all these tails. And you're going to have the 4. And I like to do them individually, so I'm going to go to the back and just weave those in up through, and I'll go up and then I'll turn and go back down. And I'll do all 4 of those just like that. I'm not going to take the time to do it now, but that's what I'll do. I'll weave all those in, and it'll look like this at the bottom. It'll be nice and flat at the bottom. Okay, so then I take the piece of ribbon, and you can use real ribbon if you want to. There's a lot of really pretty thin ribbons out there that will work just fine. But this is about 12 inches, and so I'll go in this one for some reason. Oh, there we go. All right, and I'm going to go through those loops. I was thinking I was facing the wrong direction on that, but it's not. I'll grab that loop, pull it through, and then pull those 2 strands through. Snug that down, and then give this a nice knot at the top so I can hang it up, pull it tight, and trim. And then all I have left to do, and of course I've already weaved these in, but all I have left to do after that is add my embellishment. There we go. And I'll just take like maybe this button. I like it because it has this on the back. I'll grab some yarn, grab my needle, thread that. These also would look really cute as a bunting, you know, hanging up on like with maybe little stockings in between or something. Just add it as decoration. All right, so I put it on there. I'm going to put it to the back, and then I'll go through a couple of times and make sure that button's going to stay put. That looks really cute. I like that. And then I'll just tie this on the back. And if you're worried about that coming undone, that knot, you can of course use your fray check or your no sew fabric glue. And again, if it's going to be on the inside of your house where the temperature is not going to change, you can always use your hot glue. All right, now this one I need to finish weaving in the ends, of course, and it needs a little bit of blocking. And like I said, I make a bunch of them at once, and then I lay them out on that towel. I spritz them with just water. One thing you can do is you can spray them with spray glitter when they're all done, and then they'll sparkle. Okay, I love the spray glitter, It's super fun to use and super easy. I use it on a lot of things. As a matter of fact, the way I discovered it was when my daughter was getting married and her bridesmaids were going to carry these white baskets and they had a matte finish on them. I knocked my blanket down. Oh well, we'll just take it down. But anyway, these baskets with these big purple hydrangeas in them. And so I made the baskets because I think she had four bridesmaids. And so I took the baskets out back and sprayed them all over with that glitter spray. And I was like, oh, I love this. And so I use it on tons of things. I've made like the Repeat Crafter Me little globes that you crochet. I put that glitter all over them. It was so cute. And another thing it does is it helps stiffen it up just a little bit. And so you can do a bunch of these. Like I said, I make 10 or 12 all at once. And I lay them out on a towel to dry. I spritz them first, lay them out to dry. And then once they're dry, you could go ahead and spray them with that glitter. I found it. It's glitter spray. It's clear. And you can get it in a silver, an iridescent. I can't remember what other colors. But I've only ever bought the iridescent one and the silver. And I love it because it adds a little bit of sparkle. And when the lights hit it, it sparkles a little bit. And I originally bought it at Walmart back over by where they have the hot glues and sprays and stuff like that in the craft department. You can also find it over in the paint department because they come in cans like that, but they're more expensive in the paint department. So go to the craft department because I think it was only like $3, $2.99 for a can. And the can lasts a long time. There's a lot in there. So just make sure you do it outside because not only does it stink, you know, because it's the spray, but glitter gets everywhere. It absolutely gets everywhere. All right, so that's our candy canes. They're fun to make. I hope you'll make a bunch. Make them in all different colors. I mean, I've made them in greens. I have made them in pink and white. I also made some in yellow and white. That might be it, red and white. But anyway, you know, you go to the candy department at Christmas time, and there's tons of kinds of candy canes, so you can make them in any colors that you want to. All right, and it's a really fun project. Another thing about this, if you have someone that you want to teach how to crochet a little bit, this would be a really good project because you're chaining and you're single crocheting, and it's a super simple project, but it's super fun to do, and you can embellish it however that you want to. You know, you can theme it out with colors and buttons, and you can use any embellishments that you want. You can use ribbons. I mean, you can really have a really fun time. If you have a group of people that get together and crochet, this is a great project because you can add these to gift packages and gift bags too. So anyway, you know I love them, right? Yes, it's the Martha Stewart spray. You're exactly right. That's the one that's the best. So the one that's over in the paint department is not Martha Stewart. Get the Martha Stewart one. The reason I say that is because the pieces of the glitter are a lot smaller. And so they get more into the nooks and crannies, and it just makes it sparkle. Yeah, Martha Stewart. That's the brand. You're exactly right. All right, so let me move these things so I don't knock my coffee over. What happened this week at Posh Pooch Designs? So I threw this blanket down. This is our beach picnic blanket. We finally got it finished. I absolutely love it. And it's the perfect size for me and my dogs. And someone said, oh, that's just way too little. Well, you can find all the information on the blog on how to adjust it bigger, smaller, wider, thinner, whatever that you want to do. And these yarns, I think, worked out perfectly. They're just beautiful. This is Red Heart Stripes. I believe it's called Leisure Stripe. And this is just their aqua. It's all Red Heart Super Saver. And it's really neat because you're just repeating these rows, making those fun lines. And it's a great way to learn filet crochet. If you haven't ever done it, it's very simple. It's a repeat, I think, of 8 rows. You just change colors and repeat again. And it's a really great way to learn that. All right, so that's our blanket. And mine's already being used, so. All right, then what we did on Friday, I'm going to click over to the roaming camera there. this is what we did on Friday for our Friday Fun Day. And we made a necklace using those rings that I've been talking about. And you can see one of them looks like the Olympics rings, but this is not sponsored in any way by the Olympics. It's just another way with different colors. I made a red, white, and blue one, and then the black and white one. The black and white one is my favorite. A lot of people have been saying that. It's my favorite also. I love black and white, and I like to take black and white and maybe add a punch of red or a punch of pink or a punch of yellow. Super cool, and it's super easy to make. You can add as many rings as you want to, and in whatever way you want to. You could make it down into a V. You can, I mean, anything that you want to do, you can do, and make beautiful necklaces that go with a lot of your clothing. Another thing that you can do is you can, if you've got a bag, say you've got just a plain black leather bag, you can make something like this, hang it on the side of it, stitch it in there, and you've got a beautiful decoration on your bag. You can even add that maybe to a t-shirt or something like that. And so it's a lot of fun to play around with those rings and make something fun. And that's kind of the idea that I have for the Friday Fun Days, because it's still all about crochet and crocheting together, but it's taking some different items that maybe we don't normally use or in that way, and making something fun. And they're usually shorter videos, and they're just fun. Just fun, 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 fun. And that's kind of what I want to do through the summer. And I've gotten a lot of really good feedback. The people want me to continue to do this sort of thing, because it's really different. It's not just, a crochet pattern, even though, I love crochet. So it gives you another idea of what you can do. Okay, so for this Friday, since it's Christmas in July, we're going to make a Christmas ornament. And so I've got some beads here, and I'll show them to you over on the top camera. We'll move this stuff out of the way. These are the beads that I purchased. Now, you can use, these are just little plastic crystal beads, and you can use any beads that you want to for our project. The main thing is that you can get your needle through the hole. All right, and you're only going to need about maybe 4 or 5. I'm not going to show you what we're going to make, but it's going to be a Christmas ornament. You're going to be using basic yarns. You can use medium weight 4 or light 3, and then we're going to be adding the beads to the Christmas ornament. Okay, I'm not going to show it to you because here's a sneak peek. Okay. I couldn't help it. I had to show you a sneak peek. All right, and so we're going to be making an ornament. It's going to have a tassel on the bottom, or a tassel. My grandmother always said tassel. So anyway, we're going to add some beads to it. It's going to be super fun. And you can get in your yarn stash and pull out any kind of yarns that you want to, any fiber content, and it can be either a light 3 or a light 4, and that will adjust the size of it just a little bit. But it's going to be super fun, and I wanted to do something with beads again. I love beads, and you can purchase plastic beads, glass beads, or not any beads, But these beads that I bought are called multifaceted pieces. It says there, I think it said 150 pieces in here. $1.99. Okay, you can go into your craft stores and even find some Christmas color beads. This one had all different colors, and so it has red and green and other colors as well. And because I don't always like to do Christmas things in traditional colors, I like to do other things. Okay, so that's what we're going to do this Friday for Friday Fun Day, is make a Christmas ornament, beaded Christmas ornament. Okay, now just get in your yarn stash and pull out some old beads you got. You can always practice, and then if you want to make some more in some different colors, you can go purchase the beads that you need. All right, now yesterday, this is our last thing we're going to talk about. Yesterday we started a 2-day crochet along, and this is the Santa and Elf pillow crochet along. Yesterday we made the 12-inch squares. We made a elf. And then I already had the Santa one made because it's made exactly the same. You're just using different colors. The elf is green where the Santa is red. The elf is gold where the Santa is black, and then the buckles are different colors. All right, and these are 12-inch squares. And one thing I had a lot of questions about, we're going to make it into a pillow, and tomorrow we're going to do step 2. We're going to stitch together and we're going to stuff it, and then we're going to make a really neat shell stitch around the edge with white yarn. And I wanted to use white on the edges because I wanted it to look like snow. Because I love snow, right? You all don't all love snow, but I do. But I purchased, where did I put that? Oh, here it is. I purchased this. This is a 12-inch pillow form. Now, you can purchase one of these. I got it for $5.99 at Walmart. Another thing that you can do is go over into the pillow department, and they have a lot of really cheap little pillows that you can use as well. And they do have some 12-inch decorative pillows. As a matter of fact, I saw some at, we have a store called Tuesday Morning, and I saw some of these that were 12-inch, 14-inch, and 16-inch, and they were like 99 cents because they're getting rid of their summer pillows, okay? So you can use that as well because this is stitched nice and tight, and you're not going to see the pillow coming through. Now, if you don't want to buy a pillow form, you don't have to. You can make one with just some fabric, cut out 12-inch squares and stuff it and sew it and stuff it. Or you can just use polyester fiber fill. Lots of options there. Sometimes I repurpose pillows around my house because I love pillows, and sometimes I overbuy. Okay, so, and don't feel bad to do that. Another really inexpensive way to make a pillow form is to buy 2 white bandanas or whatever color you want and sew them together and then stuff it. Bandanas are 99 cents, and if you've already got polyester fiber fill, you can just stuff it. But you don't have to use a pillow form. I just wanted to do it this time because I thought it would be a lot easier. Okay, and plus I didn't have any more polyester fiber fill. I went through my whole box, and because I bought this big box of it, and I, like I said, I make a lot of pillows, and I went through all of it. So I just bought this. Like I said, it was $5.99. I think these are only $3.99 at Walmart. I just happened to be at Hobby Lobby, and I didn't want to run to Walmart. So there's some options for stuffing for you. Okay, and here's another one that is without the packaging, so you can kind of see it's just a pillow, nothing special, just a pillow form, you know. And so we're going to finish up our pillow tomorrow. Now, I liked the idea of it being the Christmas elf on one side and the Santa on the other side. But if you want to make 2 pillows, you can do both sides Santa, or you can make 2 so that you can set them with the elf and a Santa. You know, it's up to you. It's just, I want you to have fun with this and really enjoy this, because this particular style is going to be a theme of some things we're going to do as Christmas gets closer. I've got some really great ideas for some other items that we're going to use with this sort of theme in mind, okay, with the Santa and the elf, because I love Santa and I love elves. So, so we're going to have some fun with that through when we head towards the holiday season. All right, so that's what's happened this week on Posh Designs. All right, so that's all I've got for you as far as that goes. And again, I just want to tell you all thank you so much, so much for being a part of what we do. I love seeing all the things that you make. I love seeing all the patterns that you make, that, you know, and even my patterns, you know, they don't have to be my patterns. I just love seeing all the crochet that people are doing. Okay, and I really want to encourage you to head over to Rachel Counts and visit her Desert Blossom Crafts. She's a really fun and sweet young lady. She's probably about the age of my daughter or maybe younger, and so I think of her, you know, just a young lady. And I have seen a lot of her things because she is on Ravelry, and I've seen in some of the crochet groups that I'm in that I've seen a lot of her work, and she does a really, really good job. Just a really nice young lady. So, and like I always say about when I give these shout outs, it's because I want to encourage other people who are writing and designing patterns and putting them out there on their YouTube channels. I want to encourage them. But I also want you all to be able to find lots of other people who are doing some of the same things that we are doing here. You know, crochet and yarn and having fun with our craft. Because remember, there's a lot to learn out there. We've never arrived. There's tons of fun things to learn. And crochet is an ever, ever, ever growing craft and art. And it is an art. And I think that yarn arts are really making a great comeback right now. There's tons of people doing them and doing lots of different things. And so that's why I do these shout outs. I want you to be able to get out there and find a lot of fun and different things that people are doing. Okay, so I'm going to let you go. My voice is getting tired again. I don't know what's up with that. But thank you all so much because, like I always say, I can't do this without all of you. You are the ones who make it possible. All right? So I'll see you next week and Merry Christmas in July.